What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So as y'all know, I'm sure I'm probably not the only one here, but a lot of us have been playing through the Crew 1, aka the Crew Unlimited, and I gotta admit, this game really hit me with something, and that's down to the fact that it does have a sense of progression. Now, before you say anything, you're probably going to be like, oh, what do you mean there, bud? So I do want to right now point out that I'm pretty much only at the dirt part of the game, so I pretty much just unlocked New York, or AK like the dirt tuner. So I am going to be fairly early on, man, but already being this early on into the game really does make you feel some type of way. Like, I'm being real there. Like, a lot of people are probably going to look at new games and go, okay, so you jump right in, here's a supercar, here's something else, and you're pretty much like 30 minutes into the game, bro. But no, in the Crew 1, and I'm saying this as if you are not using cheats, because I'm actually only using the money thing. Besides that, guys, I'm not using the XP booster. I do want to level up and go through the game as normal, but I do want to buy the cars and all that stuff, so I'm not really using any other cheat besides some of the money stuff, as I do want to go through the game again, kind of level my vehicles up and grind and stuff like that instead of getting everything instantly, or, you know, leveling up quicker, and that way you're already higher level, so if you have more money, you can then get the parts easier and stuff. But I wanted to experience a sense of progression that we just currently really don't have in new games, and that is something I feel like that is really missing, man, and the Crew 1 shows that so much. Now, I'm sure a lot of people might be wondering exactly what I am talking about here, but this is simply going to come down to the fact that when you start the Crew 1, you literally are going to be in a very slow vehicle. You're also going to have to pretty much level that up to even compete, and with that, there is going to be different ways to do so. I'm also going to make a video later on talking about how I enjoyed the campaign and stuff about that, guys, so stay tuned for it. But I'm going to be fairly early on in this game, and I'm already experiencing this now. So yes, you're going to be able to go through these story missions, obviously, and do the events and stuff like that. Your vehicle is going to be slow, you're not going to have a fast car at all, and you're probably not going to have the money to get a better vehicle, guys. Like, yes, I did end up using the money cheap, but I'm still driving the first car the game did end up giving me, which for as of right now, I am still going to pursue that. I'm going to keep leveling up the Challenger that I did end up getting, so I can kind of experience the game pretty much starting over, which so far it's so dang fun. You're going to be able to go through these story missions. They're going to be lower level. Your vehicle's also lower level, probably like 50, 60 and stuff like that. And you're going to want to level that up. So you're going to have a quote-unquote sense of progression, and most likely go through some of the other parts of the map by doing skills and stuff, which personally for me has been so dang fun, man. Like going around the map, doing different ones, trying to get like farther on jumps or trying to get different parts on these has been so entertaining. And the reason for that is you're also going to get parts from doing these, and there is literally going to be so many of them around the map. What's cool is also, I will talk about this a bit more in the map video, but you can also go around and find the data centers, which are then going to unlock more of these skills and actually show where they are going to be instead of cruising around and stuff, which is going to help you grind even more. On top of that, you're also going to get XP from doing the skills, and you're also going to get parts and money from it, so it really is benefiting you in every single way. So you can actually go through some of these story missions, level up that way, and then go, okay, well, maybe I should level my car up slightly and maybe become a tad overpowered. And that you can also do by doing the skills and actually going through and doing it slowly, almost like doing side quests in like a single player game instead of going through the main story. You can use the skills as like a side quest, and that way you're actually going to get even more progress on your vehicle and making it even easier to go through the campaign. It's so dang fun, man. A lot of games nowadays, whether that's going to be Forza and stuff, even Motorfest, and honestly, most modern racing games nowadays really do not have a sense of progression at all to them, which is something I feel like a lot of games really are missing. A lot of people would actually have the part of starting off in the worst vehicle like Midnight Club Los Angeles, which I did end up talking about this in another video. Guys, stay tuned for that one, by the way. It is going to be talking about like the actual proper progression in a racing game. And what's funny about it is after playing the Crew 1, I see it even more now. Like, this game really does capture that, and I feel like other games don't. And a lot of the newer games really could capitalize on this. For example, in Motorfest, like, you start off in the game, you probably transfer over all your vehicles, and you're doing the playlist not even in your own vehicle, so you're technically not really leveling things up at all. Like, you're already kind of thrown in there. I do like the fact that in the Crew 1, you're actually going to be starting off in a bad vehicle, and you gotta level that thing up, get it higher ranked, get better parts for it. That way you can actually compete in these races and then get farther into the game, eventually get a dirt version of it, a rally raid, and compete in other specs in the game as well through progression. You're then going to have to level those vehicles up by farming the races, doing the skills around the map, and there are so many different ways to actually feel like this game has a sense of progression, whether that's going to be cruising around the map, finding other areas, getting different things unlocked, and buying more cars, maybe a better vehicle that you might want or something, then you have to level that one up. And what's also funny about this though is if you are going to be a lower level, kind of like how I am currently, like let's say you're level 12 or 13, maybe you want to buy another vehicle, you'll be able to buy one of the kits for that car to make it a tad faster, but you can't get the other ones, which is pretty much going to mean you can buy the highest level, which I think is 10 currently, and then you are pretty much going to have to go level that vehicle up, grind skills and races for it. So pretty much every car is going to have a grinding factor in the beginning of the game, which is also going to add on to the fun factor on top of that. I really think that's going to be dope, and it's also going to make the game a lot more fun as well, guys. Like, this is something I was really liking about it, but also it kind of does force you to use that same car for a bit until you at least get established and level that car up a good amount. Now, you can obviously take the parts off of that vehicle and put it on another one. That is another way to do that instead of getting the vehicle. If you have a car that's higher level than you're newer, you can also switch the parts out and stuff, which could be another way to do that if you're looking to drive a different vehicle. I just really like the fact that you are going through these story missions and stuff like that, and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to be progressing through this. More events are going to be opening, more difficult events are going to be opening, and on top of that, I'm probably going to have to level my vehicle up, you know, get more XP and stuff like that as well. That way I can unlock more perks, which is going to help me get even more stuff unlocked, and then you also got to get more money to buy some of the stuff for your vehicles, and there just really is so much to it, and it's honestly something a lot of games really are missing. This was something I really do like about the Crew 1 a lot, guys. I really feel like the newer games can do so much better with something like this, having a better leveling system to them, having actual part-like designs to them. That way, like, don't get me wrong, I would say in a lot of racing games, being able to just buy parts and stuff is good. Like how Forza does it, how Need for Speed Heat does it is cool. But I would say the Crew is also going to be different in a way. Like right now, we're going to have the gold parts, we have the purple ones and all that still. In the Crew Motorfest, I feel like maybe doing a different design in the next game, or maybe having it at least different in a way that it's going to feel more progressive is probably a better way to do it. Make the actual sets that you're getting going to, you know, work in a better way and be more worth it, as a lot of them really don't feel like they're even worth getting at the moment. Whereas in the Crew 1, you pretty much do have to level that up, and then each part, and the funny part is, guys, I left this out. You are going to have gold parts currently once you get over level 50. Platinum parts are then going to start spawning in the events and the skills, which means you have to get farther into them. And it's going to add another side of progression to the already progression part that you're going to be in. So you pretty much have to get the gold parts, you hit level 50, then pretty much all the races on top of that, the skills, are going to have another bracket for platinum parts. So you're pretty much going to have a sense of progression in the beginning, but also going farther into the game, you're then going to have to grind more and get better parts and level the vehicles up even more then. So you're also going to have more progression later on in the game instead of just like the beginning, which is something I really do like about the Crew 1 so much. I gotta admit, guys, playing through this game again, having a low-level vehicle, like I probably could use the money cheats and go buy faster cars and, you know, use the XP cheats and all that, but you know what though? I am still going to use the lower level vehicles. Yes, I did end up using the money thing, but I'm really not going to go out and buy all kinds of vehicles. Like, I bought some, but I'm not going to use like a regular like XP cheat. That way I could be a max level. I want to go through the game again and experience what it's like to actually have progression, level up slowly, get better parts, level my vehicles up, compete in the races and get better and stuff like that. It is such a really fun feeling, man. Instead of having everything handed to you in the beginning of it, I would rather do it this way. I feel like it's a lot more fun, and the Crew 1 also shows that so dang much. I really do wish other racing games would take note of this. Like, you can also go around the map and find like the landmark things, which I will talk about this in the map video, but you get money and XP from those. You can then go around and do the skills and get more XP from those and parts and stuff. You can then go into the events and progress through the story to unlock more events to then do those, and then go back into the old races, get a better time. Like if you got bronze on it, you can then go get gold or something and get better parts. And then obviously once you get farther into the game, you're also going to have the platinum parts. So pretty much the entire design of the Crew 1 really had the sense of, okay, well, you are literally going to start from absolutely nothing. Here's a terrible vehicle. Level this one up, you're then going to get the dirt, raid, performance, and all that stuff and do the other races. Driving that vehicle, you can then buy another car, transfer the parts to it, and just kind of keep grinding all the way up from the bottom, starting pretty much where a lot of players want to be, like we used to in the older racing games. This game really captured that, man. I honestly do hope we probably see something like this again in the next Crew game, where they most likely will go towards something like this, where it is going to feel like a sense of progression, and it's not going to be something like a festival racer where you pretty much get everything in the beginning, where everything comes to you so dang quick. Now, people might actually like something like that, but to be honest, I feel like the way the Crew 1 is with how it's like, okay, well, you start on the bottom again like the older racing games. This is something I feel like a lot of players might actually enjoy more because you're then going to have to level up and go, okay, well, now my vehicle is going to be 100 levels above this event because I grinded the skills out over here. I can then go into these races, progress a bit, and now the races are difficult. So you can go find other ways like doing the other skills and stuff, leveling the vehicle up, going into that race and grinding them. Trying to get better parts and all that is also going to be a fun way to progress. Then you go into the story, get farther, unlock other specs and other vehicles. Like, it's just going to be a really fun experience in the Crew 1, man, and jumping back into this game captures that moment again to a T. I really did miss it. This game honestly was something. It really was. Do let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below, guys. I would say a lot of people jumping into this game, at least for the mod anyway, they might end up using some of the cheats, but I would honestly recommend maybe just use the money one. Try to level up, don't use any of those cheats, at least get to level 50, experience the overall progression that a lot of new games don't have that the Crew 1 does, and you can really experience it.